Alrighty, now today I am making a recipe of something I've had a number of times, but I've never made it. We're gonna try it together, that's right. So let's hope it turns out. They say if you make it at home, that it's even better than like buying it. So you know what I'm making? I'm making pita bread. Pita bread, you know, like the pockets, pita pockets, you know. All right, we're gonna start by adding 1 cup of warm water. Now you need warm water because this is a yeast bread, so we're gonna need to have it proof. You know, proof, yeah. All right, so now we're gonna add into that 2 teaspoons of yeast. They call it active yeast. It didn't seem very active, but I guess it's going to get active. And 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. The sugar, I guess, you know, feeds the yeast or something to that effect, you know, gets it going. So now we want to give this a little stir. Now we want to make sure that the sugar and everything dissolves before we move on to the next step. So let's get this dissolving. That's why you need the warm water. Is it looking active to you yet? Well, I think it's going to start doing what it's going to be needing to do and all. But now we're going to add in 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, just 1/2 cup. We're going to put that in there. And now we're going to whisk this all together until it's all blended. How am I doing so far? Again, I've never made this before. And you know, I have enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it a number of times. So now once we get this all whisked together, you want to make sure you don't have any lumpy bumps. We're going to set it to the side. Then you want to make sure it's you know, in a warm place. You don't want it sitting anywhere cold. So if it's cold in your house, you might want to maybe stick it in the oven. Don't turn it on though. And just let it finish its little proofing process. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just trying to make sure I get all the lumps out. There we go. And then I'm going to set it to the side. Now, it should take about 15 minutes, and they say it's going to get like foamy almost. We're going to see if that really happens. Alrighty, I think we better tie our hair back for this one. So I'm pretty sure this is the foamy action that they were talking about. It's looking pretty foamy and bubbly, so I think it's about ready. And it's kind of chilly, so I was hoping that, you know, it'd be warm enough for all this. Okay, now we're going to add in 1 teaspoon of kosher salt and 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, like so. And we're going to add in 2 cups of flour, all-purpose flour, just like we used in the beginning. Now it says to use a wooden spoon, so that's what I'm using, and we're going to knead this all together, or stir it together, I suppose, not really knead it. It's sure smelling like bread, that's for sure. All right, now it's supposed to get kind of crumbly and sticky looking like this, so I think that's about right. And yeah, it is sticky. And we're supposed to add in just a little bit more flour, like this, just so that we can knead it. Roll up your sleeves now, guys. That's right, roll up your sleeves. And now we're supposed to kind of knead this a little bit, just for about a minute. And it says, you know, add in however much flour you need, but it says don't add too much, so whatever all that means. And it does feel kind of warm. Wow, it is pretty sticky. Okay, so we're supposed to knead this kind of together until it's going to kind of form kind of a ball. They said it's going to take about a minute. So here we go, we're balling. That's right. Once we knead it into like a ball, now we're supposed to take a little more flour and dust it onto here, onto, you know, a flat surface, it says. So this is pretty flat. So we'll just go like that. And then it says to take our ball here and put it over here, add a little more flour on here. And now we're going to just knead this for about another minute or so until it gets like, I don't know, something like elastic-like or something. I'm not sure. Like I said, I've never made this before, and we're just hoping that this is going to turn out amazing. And they say when it gets sticky like that, just add a little more flour to it. So that's what we're doing. There we go. Now we're supposed to make it like, form it kind of into a ball like this. I think we're doing it, guys. That's right. Now we're supposed to let this rest for about another 10 to 15 minutes, just like that. All right, so I'll see you in about 10, 15 minutes and see what happens. Alrighty, now we need to knead it one more time. It says if it's a little sticky, again, add a little flour. There we go, just like that. Gonna knead it one more time. This is kind of nice and marshmallowy. So I think we're doing something right here. I think we're doing something right. You're just supposed to knead it for about a minute. I think, you know, when making bread, if you over knead it, it can make the bread tough, they say. I call it dense, not really tough. When they call it, you know, tough, I call it like dense, you know. But yeah, I guess it is tough. Okay, so now we're gonna set that aside just for a minute. Now we're gonna bring out this bowl. Now you wanna make sure it's nice and clean. Now we're going to lightly oil the bowl with, again, virgin olive oil. This pita bread is big on olive oil. So go ahead and we're going to go ahead and oil this up. Alrighty now. And we just want to finish oiling this up. Now it says, you know, not too crazy, but, you know, make sure you get a good coating on it, like so, because I guess we don't want it to stick. Now we're going to go ahead and take this dough and we're going to put it into the bowl that we just oiled. And you want to just flip it a couple of times because you want to make sure that it gets a little coating. I think that's so that it won't stick, like so. Alrighty. Next, we're going to cover this with saran wrap or plastic wrap, whatever you want to call it. And it's just make sure that it's completely covered. So we're going to do that. There we go, like so. Alrighty. Like that. Make sure that's all sealed. Yep, got it. Okay, now we're going to cover this with a towel. We're going to just a regular towel. We're going to cover this. Now we're going to set it to the side and let it rest for about an hour. They say it's going to double in size. So I'll see you guys in about an hour, and this should be, you know, a bowl full of dough. Alrighty, now coming into the home stretch. Alrighty, let's take a peeky peek under the towel. Let's see what we got here. Alright, looks like it's about double that size. And we are going to take this right on off, like so. Alright, smelling like bread, guys, smelling like bread. Okay, now we're going to deflate this. Make it into like a ball, like so. And we're going to go ahead and put this on here, just like that. That's right. All right, all oiled up and all, look at that. All righty, now we're going to cut this into 8 pieces. So let's go 1, like that. And we'll cut each of these into 4s. Like that, and like that. Now we're going to take each one of these and just form it like into a ball, like so, and we're going to put them on a plate, just like this. So we're going to put all 8 of these onto this ball, onto this plate, and make 8 balls, and then we're going to cover it with a towel, and we're going to let it rest for about 10 minutes. Now, again, I've never made this before, so I sure am hoping that these are going to be like pita worthy, you know what I'm saying? All right, 3 and 4. Okay, we've got 4 more to go. Alrighty now, let's see, it's been 10 minutes. So now we're supposed to unwrap them. There we go. Now we're going to put a little flour onto a cutting board here, like so, and we're going to take a rolling pin and we're going to flour this up a bit too, just like so. Now we're going to take these balls one at a time, that's right. Now we're going to roll these out, and hopefully it's not going to stick. Let's see, they did say it could be a little sticky to put some flour on it. I thought I had enough. Okay, all right, maybe roll it like that all the way down. There we go. We're going to roll these into circles, you know, like you see in the store. Now I'm going to do these in the oven. So it says to preheat the oven to 475. There's 2 options, doing that or in a hot skillet. So now you're going to take these just like this. Now I'm going to do 2 at a time. It says that you're going to put them right onto like a baking sheet like that. We're only going to put 2 at a time on. I'm going to put them in for 2 minutes, and then I'm going to take it and I'm going to flip it with the tongs and cook it on the other side for 1 minute. Okay? Now I'm going to do just 2 at a time because that's all it's going to fit on the pan. Alrighty, I've never made this before. Pita bread, you know, pocket bread. And I was like, really, I couldn't believe it. I should have shown you guys it like in the oven, because it really did turn into like a balloon. This one, yeah, this one's still kind of balloonish because it hasn't cooled down completely, but
you know what goes good with pita?
What?
Nothing, apparently. I guess we're just trying it by itself.
Well, yeah, you know, au natural. But see how it does make the pocket? You can open it, you know, like the pocket, make a sandwich.
Maybe I'll put some tuna in there.
I was just thinking that.
Tuna pie.
I've never made it before, but I'm going to tell you. This oven method, I was really happy because I don't have a big enough skillet, cast iron skillet pan, because you really have to get it hot to make it like puff. And it says, like even the oven, I had to do it at 475. It doesn't take long, but I guess that's the trick. You have to cook it really hot.
And when they're fresh like this, when they like first came out, if you would like maybe put some warm butter and like cinnamon sugar on them, they'd be really good.
Well, I'll make these again. It's just so cold today. I'm like, oh, let's run the oven at 475. Yeah.
If you're looking for a pita, here's your Piper.
There you go.
Tim, you ruined my joke.
Tell it again.
No, goodbye.